YouTube above average Cody here, and no matter how often you game, chances are at some point you've encountered what is called a Smurf account, or perhaps you've seen the term smurfing bouncing around on social media in regards to the game you play. And in today's video, guys, I'm going to give you all of the information you need to better understand what is going on with these Smurf accounts and whether or not they should be a crime in the world of gaming. Now, with smurfing, guys, we first have to tackle what is meant by smurfing, or this Smurf account thing that's going around. And it is basically just making an alternate account for the game you play. So my main account is, of course, above average Cody, and I have a different account under the name of Cody Cold Hands. This is considered an alt account because it's not my main account, which many people will call it a Smurf or a Smurf account. And if I'm using it, chances are I am smurfing in the game I play. Now, why is it called this? Why is this term tied to something so simple and basic? I'll be honest with you guys, I have zero idea. I think it's such a silly name. I did not even care to go and try to figure out why the heck they call it that, but it has always been called a Smurf account. I personally first encountered smurfing way back on Rainbow Six Siege in Season 1 in Ranked, and my buddies basically got up to a really high rank, and they did not want to destroy that rank to play with me, basically, so they made an alternate account or a Smurf account so that they can play with me on my low rank so that they didn't have to worry about their own rank personally. And this kind of brings us to the question is, why would anybody smurf? Why don't you just play on your main account until the end of time and just use it as your only account for everything? Why do you need more than one account? Well, the main reason people have ever started smurfing or making these Smurf accounts is literally just to protect rank, and not really in a gruesome way either. It's kind of like some games it is very hard to get to the highest rank or even underneath the highest rank, and once you get there, you are very scared to lose that rank, especially in games where to get ranked rewards, you have to finish the season in that rank. You can't just touch it and then fall back down like in games like Halo Infinite. You have to hold that rank. So many people will attain that rank and then play on a Smurf account for the rest of the season because they achieved this super awesome high rank that they really grinded for, and they're not going to play with friends or try to play casually and risk losing that rank. Enter the Smurf account. This is the main reason that people have always used Smurf accounts, backup accounts, alternate accounts. They all really fall under the same name. Now, there is one other darker reason that appears with Smurf accounts, and we've seen it much too prominent in Halo Infinite, and that is to beat up on lower competition, which I will get into more in the next category. And that next category is smurfing bad? At what point does it become a crime? And my brief first initial answer to that question is no. Smurfing is not bad. Making an alternate account is not a problem on its own. If I fire up above average Cody, I place Diamond 5 in Halo Infinite, I stay Diamond 5 forever till the end of time, I am Diamond 5. If I install, or if I make another account, Cody Cold Hands, I play it, I place Diamond 1, I climb up, I'm hard stuck Diamond 5, I'm in Diamond 5 until the end of time. There is literally no difference here except that I am not playing on my main account. Now, the problem arises, and what I mentioned in the last part with people beating up on lower competition, the problem arises when somebody is using a Smurf account and combining it with what we call reverse boosting. If somebody downloads an account, again, guys, using the previous example, my above average Cody account, stuck at Diamond 5. Now, if I go to Cody Cold Hands and I intentionally throw matches or play really bad, and now I'm down in silver rank, which the gap between Diamond and Silver is really great, and now I turn on the gas and I play my normal ability, and I'm going 30-0. I'm dropping 10,000 damage every game. I'm winning every single game, and I'm climbing. But now I'm getting back to my normal rank. So I'm going to drop down right back to silver. I'm going to throw matches. I'm going to lose games. And this is reverse boosting. You are throwing matches playing far below your ability so that you can drop in rank or SBMM to play against lower competition and basically just beat up on kids that are a lower level than you, and this is when smurfing becomes a crime. So everybody that's crying about smurfing, saying how bad smurfing is, and that's the Smurf account, that's the one that keeps beating me, that is not a crime. All right, But when you reverse boost, your real gripe is with reverse boosting on your Smurf account, this is when it becomes wrong. This is when I feel it should be reportable. I think it may be hard to prove. We'll talk about in the next section how to know when you are playing a Smurf account, but nobody is going to reverse boost on their main. When you reverse boost, you ruin your kill to death ratio. You ruin your win-loss ratio. You ruin your MMR, which is your matchmaking rank. So basically SBMM and the overall competition you play against. Nobody wants that to happen on a main account. That is why people do this reverse boosting on a Smurf account or a backup account. But again, a Smurf on its own is not a problem. If I make an alt account and I place at the same exact rank and I am playing the same exact competition, what is the difference here? This is why I just play on my main account. Now that we have that out of the way, guys, how do you know when you play against a Smurf account? You know, why are people banging their desks and saying, I played a Smurf today, I can't avoid these Smurfs in Halo Infinite. They are absolutely running rampant. Generally on a Smurf account that is doing this reverse boosting, the account is going to have a very small amount of games because it's a new account they don't play on very often. It is not their main account. They'll have insane damage per game, insane kills per game, because again, if you fire up a fresh account and you throw your first 10 matches, those could be the only 10 matches you lose on that account because you are playing such low competition at this point. Assuming you're a higher level player that's doing the reverse boosting on the Smurf account, you're going to be playing very low competition. In a game like Halo with a pretty big skill gap, it is very easy to go nuclear in those lobbies. And again, you check that account, you see very few games, you see very amazing stats that are not consistent with a ranked environment, which again generally is a 1 win-loss ratio, a 1 KD, because ideally you play better competition, you lose, you go down, you play your competition, you win, you go up, and that's basically what a rank system does, is it keeps you at your rank until you improve. So yeah, you see those things, chances are it is a higher level player down in your lobbies on a Smurf account. Now, guys, the biggest, most important section that I want to cover last, which is super important here in Halo Infinite, is how do you stop this? Why is it such a big problem in Halo Infinite specifically, and why can it be a problem in other games as well, and why is it not even a topic in some games? I can cover all of that with one really important problem in the Halo Infinite ranked arena specifically. And that issue being that ranked in Halo Infinite is very, very unrewarding. There is very little to work towards once you play ranked for even half a season here. It is very easy to get hard stuck in ranked. It is very easy to just stay at the same rank for months on end, and you get little to no rewards for playing ranked consistently. So when there is no rewards like win so many games or get so many double kills or even like a really prestigious like career rank to kind of go along with it, there is a career rank, but for me it's just not very prominent. You don't get much XP from ranked, so it's not really a rewarding thing. There is no real reason to continue to go through this on your main account, and this leads to a lot of people making Smurf accounts in the Halo Infinite ranked arena, and this leads to some sickos that get very bored playing against the same competition, the same 10 players every day, and this is what makes them then reverse boost. And now the final most monstrous problem here in Halo Infinite is the SR restrictions. If you hit a certain rank in Halo Infinite, being Onyx 1600, you are no longer to queue past with a party of 2. And make no mistake, guys, people in 1600 Onyx are not pros. They are not the best players in the game. If you just have relatively decent game sense and a pretty good shot, you can get to 1600. I am not 1600. Do not go crazy in the comments with me making that statement, but I'm sure many players in 1600 and even above that will say that 1600 isn't a very insane cutoff to lower the lobbies. I have plenty of friends being in Diamond that are 1600. This means people that are 1600 are not pros, they're not the best players in the game, but they also now cannot play with their friends past a party of 2. This leads to them having to then create a Smurf just to go to a different rank to play with their friends. I think this is absolutely criminal. This was a change that kind of only helped the higher ranks, because if you're in Diamond, you can still 3-stack, 4-stack all you want. But putting the line at 1600 very quickly leads to people having to make Smurfs, having to drop down, having to play with their friends. And even if players are pro and the best in the game or like nasty at it, maybe they have friends that just aren't that good, and that's okay. Not all of their friends have to be professional level like them. Even they have to go to a Smurf that is significantly lower to play with their friends, and I think that is just that's pretty crappy, honestly, being somebody who has to play with friends on alternate accounts just to be able to play with them past a party of two. And before I go into many circles here, guys, that for face value pretty much covers everything that I need to help you guys understand smurfing and why it is a hot topic in Halo Infinite and how it is present in just about every single game on the market. I could spend a really long time talking about Halo Infinite specifically because it has been a monster topic recently, but I kind of just want to make an all-around video to help y'all understand smurfing, so I'm pretty much just going to cut it off here and let you guys kind of go crazy in the comments until I make a video specific to Halo Infinite. So, guys, subscribe to the channel. We do a lot of Halo Infinite content. We've been mixing in some Warzone, some Modern Warfare 3. Overall, just great vibes here. We stream 5 days a week, so hit that sub button. Leave a like on the video. I don't have to tell you guys to leave a comment, but feel free to leave a comment where you've experienced smurfing, if you think it's a problem. Talk about reverse boosting as well. I'd love to hear all your guys' thoughts. And then finally, channel membership. Super thanks. If you like sport monetarily, it helps you out a lot as a content creator, but please do not feel like you have to. But alrighty, guys, thank you so much for all the support on the channel. Thank you for all of the love. Stay happy, stay healthy, and stay tuned for the next video.